Welcome back to Glow Audit, the show where science meets your skincare shelf and leaves with a glowier credit score. And I'm your host, Lucile. Today we go back to the age-old us versus them, but in skincare. The global beauty market reveals fascinating disparities in product formulations across regions, driven by different regulatory frameworks and safety standards. These differences fundamentally shape what ingredients appear in seemingly identical products sold in different countries. Sunscreens represent perhaps the most striking example of regional variation. In the United States, sunscreens are regulated as over-the-counter drugs, while Europe and Korea treat them as cosmetics with strict safety checks, but a faster path for new UV filters. This creates a notable divide in available formulations and textures. Take La Roche-Posay's UV Immune 400, a European standout featuring Mexaryl 400, specifically designed to combat long UVA rays that drive skin aging and pigmentation. You won't find this innovative filter in US versions, which rely instead on older approved filters or mineral options like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. The European version delivers superior protection against the longest UVA rays while maintaining an elegant feel on the skin. Similarly, cult favourites like Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun and Anessa Perfect UV Milk achieve their celebrated lightweight textures through modern filters like Uvenola Plus and Uvenol T150. These filters, while approved in Europe and Asia, aren't yet cleared for use in the US market. The result is that identical-looking bottles can contain significantly different active ingredients depending on where they're purchased. The retinoid landscape shows another significant regulatory divergence. Europe has implemented caps on cosmetic retinol, 0.3% for face and hands, and 0.05% for body products. This means products like Paula's Choice, 1% retinol, and the Ordinary's 1% retinol in squalane remain available in the US, while European versions must reformulate to lower strengths. This isn't necessarily a disadvantage. It's pushing innovation toward gentler yet effective alternatives like retinaldehyde. Products like Medic 8 Crystal Retinol exemplify this approach, offering results comparable to stronger retinols with less irritation. The shift toward lower concentrations often results in better tolerance, while maintaining efficacy through improved delivery systems and formulation techniques. The treatment of certain ingredients as drugs versus cosmetics also varies significantly by region. Adapalene, Differin 0.1%, is available over the counter in the US, but requires a prescription in Europe. This reflects different approaches to accessibility versus medical oversight, with each region balancing consumer access against safety concerns. Chemical peels and strong acids represent another area of divergence. The FDA has recently warned about dangerous at-home chemical peel kits sold online, emphasizing that strong peels belong under professional supervision. For home use, the guidance is clear. Stick to single-digit percentages of glycolic or lactic acid for leave-on products and use balanced toners and pads rather than aggressive peeling solutions. Recent regulatory actions have forced global reformulations that highlight these regional differences. When Europe banned the fragrance ingredient Lucile, Olaplex removed it worldwide from their number 3 treatment. Similarly, Europe's 2022 ban on zinc pyrithione in cosmetics led Head & Shoulders to reformulate with alternatives like pyroxone olamine in EU markets, while US versions still contain the original active. For US consumers seeking specific formulations, cross-border shopping has become increasingly common. Modern sunscreen filters can be accessed through European or Korean products via reputable retailers. When shopping internationally, check the INCI, International Nomenclature of Cosmetic Ingredients, listing for filters like Mexaryl 400, Uvenol A+, or Tinosorb to ensure you're getting the formulation you want. The US market does excel in certain areas. High-zinc mineral sunscreens offer excellent protection, particularly for sensitive skin or melasma concerns. Trusted brands like EltemD, Isden Photona mineral versions, and La Roche-Posay Anthelios mineral provide reliable protection, though they may have thicker textures or visible white cast compared to their international counterparts. For optimal results, consider a global approach to your skincare routine. European sunscreens often provide superior UVA protection and elegant textures. Korean and Japanese innovations frequently lead in formula sophistication. US products offer convenient access to certain active ingredients and strong mineral protection options. When selecting products, Consider your specific needs and circumstances. If you're new to retinoids, European-style lower concentrations or retinol alternatives may provide better tolerability. For sunscreen, factor in both protection level and cosmetic elegance. And always verify ingredients when purchasing familiar brands internationally. The formula may differ significantly from your local version. The dandruff treatment marker illustrates how regulatory changes can affect global formulations. With zinc pyrithione banned in EU cosmetics, many brands have shifted to alternatives like pyroxytonolamine, creating different versions of the same product for different markets. This means a familiar brand name might contain entirely different active ingredients depending on where it's purchased. For those dealing with hyperpigmentation and dark spots, treatment options also vary by region. The US has moved hydroquinone to prescription-only status, while Europe has banned it in cosmetics entirely. This has led to the development of alternative brightening ingredients and approaches in different markets. Here's a clean playbook. Day in, day out. Pick what you can actually get. If you stay domestic, mineral can be the simplest route, even if it isn't the lightest, while imported EU or Korean options give you those modern chemical filters and the airy feel. At night, use retinaldehyde most days, then pulse in retinol cycles so your barrier stays calm. Peels? Gentle at home. Real stuff in clinic. If tonight's audit saved you from a sketchy peel kit or helped you pick the right retinoid, share this with a friend who texts ingredient lists at 1 a.m. Tell them the secret that isn't really a secret. Regulation shapes formulation, and formulation shapes results. The United States makes a few essentials easy to grab without a prescription, but it lacks obvious pieces like modern UV filters that Europe and Korea already use. Europe is ruthless on UVA standards and ingredient safety. Korea and Japan sprint on texture and innovation, use all three strengths, and your routine becomes global. This global perspective on beauty regulation and formulation reveals how geographic boundaries shape our skincare options. While some differences create limitations, they also drive innovation and improvements in product safety and efficacy across markets. The result is a diverse landscape of options that savvy consumers can navigate to build the most effective skincare routine possible. Bye-bye.